Welcome back. In this video, we'll be talking about variables. So first of all, what is a variable? Well, a JavaScript variable are containers for storing a data value. To think about it in a different way, so let's say a variable is a box that holds or carry a certain value. And as we see, there is a small label in this box. So this label is referring to what kind of value we have inside this box. So it's more like a name to the value we have inside this box. If we want to represent it in code, so let's look at the small example. Var name equal to Uday. What is var? Var is a JavaScript keyword. It's a reserved keyword for JavaScript. Basically, JavaScript is telling the computer that I am creating a variable. This is what a keyword means. Like it's a built-in keywords inside the language that perform a certain function. Name is the variable name. Equal is the assignment operator. So basically I am assigning a value to this variable name. Uday is the variable value. So if we want to read it all again, var is a JavaScript keyword. Basically, JavaScript is telling the computer I'm creating a variable. Name is the name of this variable. Equal is the assignment operator. So I'm assigning a value to that name. And Uday is the variable value. Let's look at some rules about how to name a variable. First of all, let's look at some invalid way to name a variable. So first of all, we cannot start with a number. Second, we cannot use a JavaScript keyword to name a variable, like var equal to Uday. This will throw an error. We cannot have spaces also in JavaScript variable names. Some valid ways to name variables. Just have a simple word, start with uppercase or lowercase letter. We can start with an $$ or underscore. And we can also use camel case. So what camel case means? Well, since we cannot use spaces in JavaScript variable names, so there is something called good practices. Good practices are kind of agreement between the developer about this, like how to write code in a certain way so everybody can understand it. So if we look at the variable name, it's first and then N capital letter name. It's similar to the camel hump, I think it's in English. So this is why it's named camel case, and it's I think it's the most popular way to name variables in JavaScript. So the first word you start with a lowercase letter, then the second word, because we cannot use spaces, it's gonna be a capital letter. Then the third word, it's gonna start with a capital letter, and so on. Another thing I'm going to explain is we should write a human readable code. Well, that was my reaction when I heard about it for the first time, but let's try to simplify it. So what do I mean by human readable code? So let's talk about variable naming. So if I'm going to create a variable about car, then I can name it like car attributes. I'm going to like describe it has 4 wheels, the color is red, etc., etc. So the name should explain what kind of value this variable is referring to. At the end of this video, I created a couple of variables. I named them in a wrong way. So this is a small exercise for you guys. Try to solve it. I'm gonna show the solution in the next video. No more theory. Let's get to the real stuff and let's start coding. And see you in the next video.